What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the video. How you guys feeling? Welcome back to the channel, right? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are current to this channel, if you guys are being recurrent or seeing these channels, I appreciate you guys watching these videos, right? This is going to be for the Aquarius, as you guys see from the title. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Let's see what message we have for the Aquarius. All right, so we're going to be talking about the Attune to the divine, right? Make sure you guys are connecting yourselves to the spiritual team. Make sure you guys are constantly being grateful. This is a few things you could do, right? Being grateful, praying, make sure that you guys are acknowledging your blessings, things like that, right? Make sure that you guys are connecting yourself with your spiritual team or your spirituality side, because remember, your soul is considered spiritual, right? So if everything comes from your soul, your attitude, how you react to things, how other people react to you, everybody's walking around with a soul. Some people act like they're soulless. However, we all walk around with a soul. We all have a soul. That's how we are obtaining in these flesh, right? So going forward, I just want you guys to be connected with your spiritual side. You don't have to necessarily go in a cave, and I'm not degrading people that be in caves and they practice rituals such as like how monks sit in silence for a long time. I'm not saying that you shouldn't want to aspire to do that one day, or sit in silence or meditate, but if your everyday life and say you don't have time for that, then and you just want to work and stuff like that, it's completely normal to just as long as you're being grateful for things that you have, as long as you're acknowledging your blessings. And I'm not talking about blessings like financial gain. I'm talking about like waking up this morning type of vibe. Like I'm talking about not getting into an accident last night in your car. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like looking at things to say, wow, it could have been me type of thing. So I'm sure somebody passed away last night. I don't know who, but somebody did, because every day somebody's born, every day somebody dies. So just be thankful it wasn't you. Moving forward, be grateful every second, every day that you breathe on this earth, right? And that's just attuned to divine. I know it was a little long introduction, but I want to give you guys a quick rundown. Want to start it off right, get you guys in that system, right? Next one, right? With this card, I feel like, okay, you had a rocky situation, and if you guys have watched videos, I gotta go ahead and do more research on this card specifically. But I'm gonna put this aside. But what I want to say is, like, if you guys feel like you had a hard bringing up, or things are older, and you might have felt like your life was unstable. 1 minute it was good, 1 minute it was bad. One thing I want to say is, like, the mind. Once we get to thinking, like we put in our spirit to say, look, even though things might not be going the way we want them to, we're still grateful. Like I said, bringing up gratitude, because moving in forward. Like I understand, I can't really change whatever happened in your past and things like that, but moving forward, just looking at things in a different aspect to say, okay, I'm gonna use whatever I went through as like a stepping stool to say, I was able to obtain that goal, so why can't I obtain these, right? And looking at life that way, kind of just moving forward, it kind of lets you know that, okay, anything's possible. Like, I can obtain my goals. You know why? Because you know that in your childhood or whatever you went through that was considered unstable, like kind of like these rocks are. They're like unstable. Like you probably wouldn't want to build a house on these rocks, right? So knowing that, it kind of lets you know, okay, moving forward, I'm just going to apply that same I think the word is ideology or way of thinking. That way, when it comes down to it, I can make sure that I don't quit on my goals or things like that, right? If that makes sense to you guys, all you're basically doing is saying, man, I went through this in the past. Moving forward, I'm gonna know how to deal with my situations coming. This might not resonate with everybody, or y'all. Not everybody that clicks on this video is going to relate to it, because not everybody goes through the same situations. But it's just a concept of a mental thing to say, look, I went through it, I can do it again, right? Because I feel like we go off of a lot of our instability where we don't spend enough time focusing on our stable, what we're actually good at. So my advice, if you guys are good, have went through some unstable situations, moving forward, you might as well use that to your advantage, because you already went through it. So you might as well benefit off of that, and moving forward, just say, look, I went through these things, and remind yourself, wow, I went through these. I'm grateful that I'm not in this position no more. But now that I remembered that I went through that, I definitely get through this situation. It's pretty straightforward, but I wanted to kind of reflect on it more. Prayer came off for you guys. Pray, right? Whoever you believe in, whomever you seek as the higher power, if you seek them as the higher power, then they need to be included first and foremost in your life, right? There's no point in saying that you believe in this or you believe in that, and you're not thanking them. You're not giving them. And I say daily because you're alive daily. Like every day is a new blessing. Every day is a new life. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. You wasn't guaranteed yesterday. You ain't guaranteed tomorrow. You ain't even guaranteed today. You don't know if you're gonna make it him. You know what I mean? So just be grateful for it. I'm not trying to speak things into existence, but that's just how it is. We gotta sometimes be reminded of those hard thoughts. Like, man, you gotta think about sometimes. Sometimes you gotta visit that graveyard situation to remind yourself this could have been me type of vibe, right? And everything else after life is like a blessing. Expression. Express yourself what you truly desire. Express yourself, my Aquarius. Like I said, this is a very generalized reading, but I specifically, it's specific to the Aquarius. That way you guys could, like when you're searching on YouTube, I know how the algorithm works, or not, I don't know how it all works, but y'all gonna click on the videos, so that's why I have to put it towards Aquarius. However, if you're not an Aquarius and you just stumbled upon this reading because your girlfriend's Aquarius or something, or your boyfriend's Aquarius, or your husband, your wife, your mother, your brother, whatever, you can use this information I'm telling you guys. You know what I mean? Because I learned from other people that have nothing. Like I would learn something from somebody that was a carpentry, and I would learn a life lesson. So I just implement these into my videos. So with that being said, express to yourself what you truly desire. What do you truly want? What are you truly trying to gain in life? Don't let nobody trick you out of telling you what they feel like if it's valid or not. No, do your thing. Like, you feel me? I mean, take advice, take consideration, take all that what they say into consideration, because they might actually have a point. There's no point in shutting everybody off, because you ain't gonna learn nothing that way. You know what I mean? So take that in consideration. And just ask yourself, is they telling, or not even if they're telling the truth or not, but just more so, look, can I use this information that they're applying? No? Okay, well, you don't have to tell them nothing. You just go about your life. But if you can, you say thank you, appreciate that, and you move on with your life and you apply that. But express to yourself what you truly want. Right? We only live once. There's no point in lying to ourselves. We have God's tree or altar, right? So this is indicating for, like, if you guys got any pictures, like I said, if you guys are watching all my videos, I've mentioned this in the previous videos. This is just like, I guess, reminders for you guys, right? Whatever card comes out, I elaborate on it, and if you guys just probably even need a friend or associate to let you guys know, because I know, because you're no less of a person, I'm no less of a person. I will watch like motivational videos and things like that to help me if I really need a little boost, yeah, or some music or something. So we all have situations where we gain, I'm not saying we rely on people, but we gain some type of energy from listening to somebody else, or because we're all here. Each one teach one is the motto. So we're all here to learn from each other, right? Smart man learns from his own mistakes, a wise man learns from others. You're very wise if you learn from somebody else before you have to go through it, right? Saves you time, saves you energy, and you can use that time that you would have been going through that situation to building yourself up. Again, do the altar thing. Make sure that you guys I don't say make sure, but if you have a picture of like your grandma, I have one that's on his desk. I'm not going to show it because that's personal, right? But if you guys have like a picture of your grandma or things like that, then, put them next to your workspace, or I say workspace because you can go from working for somebody else to work for yourself. So that's why I say workspace and not job, but put it in your workspace, wherever you work at, or wherever you sleep at, wherever, and just kind of just cherish that with them, because they're not physically here today, but their soul could potentially linger on, right? It's not factual. I'm not saying this is facts. I'm just saying this is what my belief system is, and I'm just sharing it with you guys. So if you guys do believe in the, spirit team, like as I do, then maybe this is applicable for you. Maybe, you can say, okay, I can take a picture of my grandma or my brother or my sister that's passed over. Sorry, first and foremost, for that. Right? If they did pass away, I give my condolences. If you know that that did happen, you could say, okay, moving forward, I can go ahead, I can place this person in my workspace. That way, it's just like a reminder, like, oh man, okay, I know that, okay, number one, they're not here no more, but I know they're watching over me, type of thing. And it's a healthy mindset to have. Nobody's saying that it's factual or things like that, but it's a matter of it being a healthy mentality. It's like for example, you're running a race. You don't know if you're gonna win or lose, but you tell yourself you're gonna win, so you can bring out the best outcome. Because if you tell yourself, if you tell yourself you're gonna lose, you just made your chances of winning so much far fetched. If you tell yourself that, oh, it don't matter, then 9 times you're not gonna make winning any better than it would. Tell yourself you're going to win, that's the best situation you're going to gain out of the outcomes. That way, if you trip and fall, you're not just going to sit there and be like, oh, well, race is over. You're going to get up and keep running. You know what I mean? So that's just a mindset to have when you're going through situations, right? But having that altar could remind you that it's a healthy habit. It's a healthy habit to have when you know, okay, when you believe that somebody's watching over you. It's just a healthy habit. I don't know why everybody don't do it. It just makes sense. It's a no-brainer, but not everybody's gonna do it. So it is what it is. Push through any insecurities. When I first started this channel, I have insecurities of messing up, my wordplay, things like that, how I come off. Now, I don't really worry about it. My devices, as you guys know, I use internet devices. Sometimes I get insecure. Oh, man, insecurities are just things that you're just not secure with. You just don't feel 100% confident. And this comes with everything you do. You got to just work through those type of situations. My Aquarius and my other zodiacs, right? There's a zodiac for everybody. Everybody's born at a certain time. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to specifically believe in everything that your zodiac thing tells you, but it's great to see that we have some type of guidance to live by, right? I mean, it's nice. It's a nice little fun thing, right? It's not to take too serious and not to take too light. It's just a nice little thing. But yeah, push through any insecurities. It's good for everybody. If you guys are going through any work situations, there's nothing you could do if something happens. Just keep going. Just keep pushing. I've had a few hiccups this morning for my readings, but I just keep going. You know what I mean? Because I need to get this job done. I need to get this work done. I'm passionate about it, so I'm going to get it done, right? Regardless of the situation that occurred. So I think that is one of the biggest things. All right. So the next one we have here is the symbol of this symbol represents leadership and charisma, right? So leadership came out for you guys regarding. For my Aquarius, look, charisma, that's just the way your personality is. When I was working a grocery store, I once had like a manager that, a store manager, he was pretty cool. He bought everybody pizza out of his inner pocket. That was pretty cool because he didn't have to do that. But it was just that appreciation for us working through the holidays and stuff. And I feel like that is something that, if not only if you're going to be a leader of yourself, you don't have to be a leader of others, but if you want to be a leader of yourself, you got to be willing to give yourself good feedback. Especially when you're doing good. When you work through the situations when you push through those insecurity moments where you was about to give up, you was like, nah, forget that, and you just kept going, you got to give yourself credit. You got to give yourself a pat on the back. You got to make sure that you please yourself, that you go out there, spend a little money on yourself, or, go for a walk or something. Be proud of what hold that as a trophy. Hold what you was able to accomplish as a trophy to say, look, I made it through. You know what I mean? And it reminds me of the manager. Like, he didn't have to do that. And you don't have to pat yourself on the back because that's something you're supposed to do. But you give yourself credit. You give yourself credit anyway, right? It's like, it's called reinforcement. I learned this when I was, my last job when I was like a junior therapist, right? It's like reinforcement. It's what we do with kids, right? When kids do something good that they're typically supposed to do, like be good in school, you still give them a lollipop or something because you're kind of like reinforcing that good behavior. And then moving forward, they're less likely you're more chances. I would say I was going to talk about the kids, but we're talking about you. You're more chances when you give yourself reinforcement, you go out to eat and you just please yourself, give yourself a little pat on the back every now and then. You kept it going. You're more likely to. Your mind says, hey, if I continue this, I get rewarded. And you're more likely to accomplish your goals doing it that way than if you were to just, if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. Like, you're just more likely to obtain goals knowing in your mind, because your mind knows, eventually I'm going to get rewarded. So it's just a mind tactic for you guys if you guys want to, really really unlock that secret to why these business owners don't quit and all of that. It's a mentality thing. It really is. And you got to practice it. You know, watching channels like this is very good, so keep watching these channels, because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I use these things that I'm speaking on. This is early in the morning, so I will be using every information that I've learned in these 12 videos to pursue my day and to change my attitude, or make sure my attitude is up and running. And that's why I like to post in the morning, because hopefully I can get you guys before you start your day. So we have honor. I apologize for the black screen. Sometimes it blacks out on my laptop. Honor your feelings, right? I had to learn this. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn to honor my feelings. If I felt something, if I felt genuinely passionate about it, I had to learn to really say, look, this is what I'm passionate about, and this is what I'm gonna honor this. No matter what, I'm going to stay focused on this. So I feel like just honor what you feel like. Yeah? And when I say this, I'm talking about be rational, because sometimes we go through these trial and errors and these stages in life, and these maturity stages, so that we can really bring out the best of us. Because I had to be rational. Like I was like working out 3 times a day and all of that crazy. I had to be rational to my situation. I had to prioritize. What do I want more than anything? Okay, I want my YouTube thing to pop off. I'm gonna focus more time on that, right? So now instead of putting in an hour, I'm putting in like 5-6 hours a day. Bam. Feel me? And that is like prioritizing, like seeing what is gonna make me happy. Am I gonna be happy fit, or am I gonna be happy having a successful YouTube channel? So I'd rather have a successful YouTube channel. That's just me. I can still do my fitness, but it's just not as bold as it was before. I'm not discouraging people that do fitness. I'm just saying that's just me personally. That's what fits with me. And I feel like now don't allow other people to try to reflect their lives on you. We have had situations where me and my wife, we had people that was trying to say, well, you should do this or you should do that, but it didn't apply to us. You know what I mean? And I don't mind taking advice from people. But when it just doesn't apply to you, you don't have to necessarily be rude and be like, yo, it doesn't apply to me. I'm good. Nah, listen to her. I'm out. Like, cause they might say something else, and you might just prevent your blessing. So don't do that. But more so, moving forward, you don't necessarily have to take everybody's advice if it doesn't really apply to you. You don't have to take my advice if it doesn't apply to you. Just whatever applies, as general as possible. If you can use any information and to input it to the way that it works for you, then that's what's up, right? But yeah, honor you guys' feelings. Okay, that's gonna finish up when you're reading for the Aquarius. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe. Right, post notifications, very important. Apparently, I'm not sure if this is accurate, but apparently they only let you know about 3. I've heard that they only let you know 3 notifications. So just check back on the channel if you did notify and nobody notified you, YouTube didn't notify you, just check back on the channel every day. I will have another video. I promise you guys, unless I'm going through something critical, I'm either going to do them in the mornings or the nights. I'm going to get these videos out. Promise you. That's my promise to you guys. I've recorded it. I'm backing on my word, because I know that there's no point in doing 1 or 2. I need to do all you guys. That's something that I have a value that I'm going to that I'm going to give to you guys, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next spiritual video.